I can barely hear it. I can see it really well. You can see it really well.
Oh my lord.
Dang, he could eat a
Welcome to
whole
Shtick with Cool
leftist
Frog. I
nutfest.
have American Church with me again here today. You want to go ahead and show your channel for me, and I'll go make sure that YouTube's working.
Oh, well, you go to americashirtsaretfirst.com. You can get yourself a fantastic America-themed, Liberty-themed t-shirt. Get yourself the new t-shirt that talks about the coof and how easy it may or may not be to get over the coof with certain things. So, you know, go look at it. Be a walking billboard of health to everyone around you, everybody you know.
I'm still laughing at Alex Jones.
Yeah, like I said, that face that paused right there, he could eat
It's
like
just the
5 liberals
best.
in one big gulp, you know?
And being that I had computer issues all day, I really didn't do too much research on anything. So for everybody that's out there, we really didn't have anything planned for you. So we're just gonna have some fun. We're gonna laugh, and we're gonna lighten up our day.
Gonna eat some lefties. I mean, we're gonna laugh.
I did, like I said, we would do some live with TikTok stuff or whatever. I found this article or whatever that was the first post from. Oh, it looks like it was a post from yesterday that they put in there. But either way, I found it kind of interesting. It's got some reading to it as opposed to watching a video, but that's okay. This one here, it says we totally stalked what they are doing on Google. It says middle school kids apparently did not have endless interest in sitting around with their teachers during lunch discussing their orientations and identities. Go figure. So we started to brainstorm at the end of 2020 school year. What are we going to do? We got to see some kids in person at the end of last year. Not many, but a few. So we started to try to identify kids. When we were doing our virtual learning, we totally stalked what they were doing on Google. Disgusting. When they weren't doing schoolwork, one of them was Googling Trans Day of Visibility, and we were like, check. We're going to invite this that kid when we get back on campus. Whenever they follow that Google Doodle links or whatever, right? We make note of those kids and the things that they bring up with each other in chats or email or whatever. Baraki can be heard to say, beyond electronic surveillance of kids' internet use, we use our observations of kids in the classroom, conversations that we hear, to personally invite students because that's really the way we kind of get the bodies in the door, right?
Good grief.
They need sort of a little bit of an invitation.
Excuse me.
They really don't need an invitation to whatever they're trying to push. That's just disgusting and gross. Oh, just disturbing. It's like, stop. Quit trying to make our kids identify as something. If they want to identify as something, that's fine. I don't have a problem with it, with them doing it. Like, go see the school nurse. Oh, maybe not the school nurse. Maybe the school nurse is part of the problem. Go see a psychologist. Psychologist might help a little bit. You know,
What you
again,
want to do
I
is go
don't have a
home
problem
to a parent that's really going
identifying.
to slap you in the head and tell you to shut up. That's what, and grow the heck up.
Right? So it's just disturbing. Why would they want to do that? Why? Allow these kids to grow up to be adults before they decide to, make them identify as something.
Yeah, before they decide to identify or destroy their hormonal balance in some way or mutilate themselves in some way, maybe you want to kind of wait until they're old enough to do that for or to themselves, you might say.
Right, right. When they're actually old enough to be their own selves. I mean, not that they're not old enough at the age of, what, um, 18. Wait until you're 18 to do it to yourself. I mean, doing stuff, making yourself identify or whatever at the age of is ridiculous. Not that they can't, because some of them, obviously, they they can if they want, but don't force them to. That's not. You're just creating more division. This country doesn't need any more division. We're already divided enough.
Between the dragons and the unicorns, it's like it's too much division there, you know. Between the vampires and the werewolves and whatever the hell else they want to identify as. I mean, you get freaking people that are like, "Oh yeah, I'm a vampire." Or, well, what? It's like, yeah, I'm a. It's like, no,
I'm a dragon.
I'm a giraffe. It's like, no, no, you got your neck is the most stubby neck I've ever seen of anyone in my life. Like, you're definitely not a giraffe. You know,
Yeah,
I mean, just
no,
common sense.
not
You know,
right.
in that case,
Um, I did come across this because like I did have some time to actually mess around with my secondary computer or whatever. It's an old Windows 7 machine, and I hopped on Twitter for a few minutes or whatever. I did catch a story. I don't know where exactly it is. I don't think I retweeted it. I'm not going to go and dig through to see if I did. Maybe I did, but either way, it was something about a lady that lost her job as a doctor for cutting vocal cords so that when she aborts babies, it doesn't scream. Just disturbing.
yeah,
Murderer. That's what she is. She's a murderer. Because if
yeah.
it's able to scream and you have to cut its vocal cords for that to happen, it's murder. It's no longer just a whatever you lump of cells that you want to call it or whatever. And I get it. Women should have a chance and have the right to do what they want to their body when they want, how they want. It's their body, just like it's my body. Like you shouldn't be able to tell me when I should be able to take a shot of something or not. Whiskey.
Allegedly.
Shots of whiskey are up to me. If I want to take a shot of whiskey, it's totally up to me.
Right, right. That's exactly what we're talking about. Yep.
That's pretty much what it comes down to. So then and I'm just kind
Oh
of
no, it's the
scrolling. I'm
frozen
just kind of
vegetables.
scrolling through libs of TikTok while we're talking here or whatever. I ran into this one. This one was from yesterday or day before yesterday or whatever. Um, the the protesters that were kicked out of the Applebee's, and today, a gentleman actually goes and he called in to the county or whatever and asked them what was going on, if he could get the PDF of the order that they had to sign, with the executive order that they would have had to sign to say that um, that mandate was actually in effect. And the lady says there isn't one. So after they arrested these people one day, and then the next day they go and they call in to find out if this is actually something that you know, I'm just like, you gotta be kidding me.
Hmm.
They're being brutal. So is everything crisp and clear for you? Because my screen is just like, it's not the HDMI cable. I believe it's the card, my graphics card, that's having issues.
Oh, you don't have anything pulled up, do you?
No, I don't. But like even just the my whole screen has purple flicker lines all the way across it.
Oh no, my screen's fine. I can see it fine.
Okay, everything looks fine on your end. I'm not
Yeah.
like projecting my.
You're not projecting your purple. Project the purple.
Oh, I laughed at this one here. We'll show this one here. Um, it made me laugh.
Alexa ruins Christmas. I can't really hear it. Oh, there it is. Oh gosh. Oh, I thought he was gonna like chuck it outside or something.
Well, Alexa's an idiot, and she absolutely is.
Should probably chuck it outside anyway. Be for your own good.
He took it away, so whatever he did with it, he'd throw it away, throw it outside, shove it up.
Oh my.
However, whatever.
Oh my.
I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Like I said, I'm just scrolling through libs of TikTok just to see if there's anything good. And then I just come across the lady that was standing outside the Compass Care with the abortion pills.
Oh god.
We watched that one the other night or whatever after we went off.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
Freaking goes to the satanic temple 3 times a day, I bet. Probably has like a giant pentagram on her back or something.
I'm a dragon.
Yeah, yeah, literally. God. What a
Oh my
freak.
lord.
And by the way, there are people that look worse off than her. Just saying.
Well, yeah, I
It
get
gets
that.
worse. So should we be thankful, I guess? I don't know. We're not witnessing any other horrific insanity.
I don't know, man. Like you said, I didn't do any research on anything today, so it's just talk. It's
Show us
pretty
something
much what
else
it.
from the crazy Liz.
Show us something else.
The world wants to know what the hell these people are doing now. Because, most people aren't on Twitter, though,
This
so.
one's kind of. I suppose this one's a little kind of
Excuse
strangely
me. Ugh.
ironic to a point or whatever. I won't share the screen on it or whatever because I just don't want to share everything. It says 2 artists have been charged with faking Native American heritage. You know who else should be charged with faking a Native American heritage?
Pocahontas.
Yeah, that lady.
Pocahontas. Pocahontas.
Because
Oh, God, I
she's
can't even
like
say it right.
she was like
That was
one
terrible.
16th something or other.
No, 164th.
Oh, 164th. So yeah,
So if you can
wasn't not
imagine one
even
of
a
the
toe.
slimmest lines in a pie chart and then cut that in half, and that's her.
Right. Not even her toe was really.
No, it's like, not even like the chip that came off her toenail. It's like you got to cut that into 8 different pieces, and then you got to cut that in half, and then that one in quarters. Like,
I
you
wish
can't even.
I had a second screen that was actually working right now. That'd be so helpful. This kid.
Oh, I can't really hear it.
You can't hear it?
No. His lips are moving, but words don't seem to be coming out.
Okay. Well, I shared my audio. It shouldn't be like that. Share it again. Um,
So
There
I
we go.
moved to the suburbs from San Francisco. Everything looks a little bit pale orange because California's on fire. So that's that.
Wonder why.
But what really makes me feel unsafe here is the vast amount of American flags I see. Like I
Then
walked
bug the hell out.
around like like a 3, 4, 5 block radius. And I saw so many American flags, and
Go to
that makes me
Mexico.
feel
They have
so
Mexican
unsafe.
flags.
Like I, I'm afraid of the people here. So
he's afraid of the people because they're flying American flags in the suburbs of California.
I'm sure if you flew a gay pride flag, he'd probably feel a whole lot safer. I mean, I'm not really saying anything about
Well,
anybody,
no,
but
no, right. If or any other not. I mean, I'm trying to,
I'm a part of the LGB FJB community myself, so you know.
yes, that flag should be flown everywhere.
You want to feel unsafe, buddy? Like there's a flag that'll really make you feel uncomfortable.
Fly that one with the "Don't Tread on Me" flag all at the same time, Gadsden flag, and
Oh God, he'd like collapse on the
he right
ground
he might actually have a heart attack, or
from another unknown reason.
it was a he, right?
I have no idea. We're only making the assumption. I have yet to
We're
see the
just
birth
guessing.
certificate
We
on
don't
that one.
know. We didn't actually look. We didn't ask him what he identified as. So I mean, he's just afraid
It's
of
like, hey,
American
we're going to do a
flags.
video on your dumbass. Do you mind telling us what the hell you are? Like,
Oh man,
I don't think he would respond
we're only 20 minutes
or
into
answer
this.
the
I don't
joke.
know if we're gonna even be able to keep this stream. Sorry, Susan, but we're not doctors. We're not lawyers or anything like that. We're just having fun with some libs of TikTok because it's interesting, and
Like you,
they
pertaining
like
to
to they
Susan.
like to they like to show some fun stuff for us to actually look at and laugh at.
What I want to wait is for Susan to come in and have like a giant pink stripe down the middle of her hair and be like, "Ooh, look at me! I'm such a feminist." Like that's what I'm waiting to see.
So you have to kind of really pay attention to what this one's saying because it uses some words that aren't in the dictionary yet.
Okay, what is this thing I'm looking at? It's got the bat symbol on it, but like, what
Oh,
exactly is it?
it's a they them.
Oh, it is a they them. Oh,
It's a they them v ver.
oh my.
All right, folks, back with another shout out. Her name is Venus, and V also goes by they, them pronouns. All right, folks,
Oh my God.
So
back with another shout out. Ver
ver name is Venus, and V also goes by they them pronouns. Um,
Well, Kiz's name is Cool Frog. I mean, like, what the hell is this?
well, I was going to try commenting back to it on with its own terms.
This has as much sense as modern science does, as modern Dr. Sickle likes to put out.
It's oh oh
Oh, more Christmas shopping.
yeah, 5 finger discount.
Yes, yes, the 5-finger discount. Dang, that's loud.
Why are they running?
They just
Why?
couldn't wait to get home and put it under the Christmas tree. That's it. Or their Kwanzaa bush or whatever. I don't know.
I mean,
Whatever the hell you use for Kwanzaa. I don't
oh,
even
they're
know.
in Dallas doing this, so this is spreading across
Oh yeah, like freaking Dallas. I was listening to Elijah
California,
Schaefer
or
talk
just in
about.
Minnesota. This is everywhere that this is
Right.
happening.
Yeah.
Everybody just like, oh yeah, 5 finger discount. So it's like, me personally, I can't afford to buy Christmas presents for my son. Should I be doing the same thing?
I mean, if you ask the right person, maybe.
I'm not. I won't do it because I'm not ignorant. Because I know when you steal something, what happens to the price of the product that you stole.
It goes down, right?
Yeah, it goes down. It goes up like exponentially.
Oh,
Because
speaking of prices and the way that, you know, people on the Democrat left side of the aisle think of money and prices and things, go to Joe Biden's Twitter. Did you see the tweet that he put out as it pertains to the national debt? He says that United States
oh
pays off all its debts, and that's why they did a certain thing.
yeah, right.
Oh my
Okay.
God. I mean, that's just,
Is
oh my God,
that
that's
from
fantastic.
today?
No, that was from several days ago,
Oh, okay.
but he put out the tweet. Well, actually, he didn't put it out because he doesn't know how to do anything except crap his pants. Allegedly. But and then Jill Biden's a doctor at cleaning that up, I guess. No, he didn't put that out. He did. He definitely didn't put that out. That was somebody else on his Twitter. Joe Biden can't run the show in his own pants, allegedly. So why would he be able to run his Twitter?
I mean, yeah, we can watch some Joe Biden clips.
No, I mean like it's just a written statement on Twitter that he just wrote out.
No, right. We'll go through his thing or whatever until we find it.
Oh, you're just like, oh, okay, just scroll through it. See all the idiocy.
um, share audio. This one. So I mean, he goes to a fairly red Kentucky. I mean, at the same time, that's where Mitch McConnell comes from. So it's not necessarily is it
Cocaine Mitch.
straight red. It's kind of a rhino red.
Well, Kentucky's pretty red themselves, but generally they got some issues. It's kind of like Arizona. Like there's a lot of based people in Arizona, but yet
Mm-hmm.
you still get you still get the senator freaking well, now it's 2 Democrats now because of the
Right.
fortification of the last time around. But
Right.
Someone like Cinema squeezes her way in like it's just crap.
So somebody actually hugged him.
Yeah, notice they zoom up. There's only like 2 people per shot. Oh, there's a little more. Okay, well.
Well, wait a minute here. Do you see a mask?
Oh God, no.
Just the one guy that was standing behind him.
Holy hell. My God, look, it's super spreader event right there. They're gonna have to not only clean that place up, they're gonna have to burn everything after they're done. Like, holy crap. I mean, I wouldn't want Joe Biden's germs all over stuff. I mean, God only knows what he's got. Damn. You thought it was something else.
We must get Build Back Better passed, even in the face of the Republican opposition. You know, they can screw around as much as they want and do things and, you know, push as hard as they want to get certain bills passed, and they're going to continue to do that because, you know, they do have the majority across the board, right?
Yes, but
To
they have.
to a point to actually do, you know, certain things. I mean, obviously, certain bills they need a couple of them rhinos to actually switch over and help them out or whatever to make it easier.
And they have been.
Right. They've succeeded with some of it. Right.
Where you have Democrats that are in between a rock and a hard place,
Yeah.
where their personal beliefs interfere with their voting base. That's between a rock and a hard place right there. You have rhinos that are more than willing to step up to the plate in numbers and don't worry, guys. We'll help you out.
Yeah, we'll help you. We got your back. It's fine. I mean, I've seen quite a few people
Washington
talk about
establishment at
trying
its
to
finest.
do away with the filibuster. Huh. Go ahead, do it. Do it. Get rid of it. Watch what happens when it switches hands again.
Watch what happens when Trump becomes the Speaker of the House.
2022 is not that far away. It's amazing.
Means,
it's amazing that we've been dealing with certain things for almost 2 years now.
Right. That's what I was about to say. There might be an arrival of a new thing that just might happen to pop up, and
just
oh
maybe.
my,
we won't speculate.
it
on
might
that,
get
though, because,
really bad. You never know.
So, he was active today. He's got a few posts that he put out today.
I had a productive call.
Oh yeah, I had a productive call with the speaker and the majority leader today. My team and I are having ongoing discussions with Senator Manchin. That work will continue next week. Leader Schumer and I are determined to see the bill successfully on the floor as early as possible. He's talking about that Build Back Better one. Because in that next paragraph, he says it again. One of the reasons I believe so firmly in my Build Back Better Act is because I know what this country can be. We've always been a nation of possibilities. To us, under a lot of pressure. We didn't become the nation we know by dreaming small. Let's get this passed. Maybe I should be him. Maybe, or I can read better.
Seems like
I can read a prompt better than he can.
Right. Seems like the elites are doing a lot of dreaming nowadays.
Yeah.
Not a lot of dreaming for you. But hey, we've made it this far in progressing the government to be as big as it is and have as much infection into our personal lives as much as possible. So
this one's from 11 hours ago. So now listen, he's for the American soldiers. What about the ones that he left behind in Afghanistan? I'm not going to watch this.
Oh, you mean those 5 people? Come on.
I'm not watching this 30-minute clip of these guys giving 3 American soldiers, the Medal of Honor. Who did he give it to? Do you know who he gave it to?
Oh, probably some trainee. I don't know. I feel
Millie get one? I hope not.
Oh, probably. You watch. If it didn't happen today, it'll happen tomorrow. So, congratulations, you spoke with the Chinese.
Is this a bill that he signed 12 hours ago? No, that wasn't a bill. That was an executive order that he signed. He signed an executive order within the last day or two. Today I signed a bill raising our debt ceiling. Remember, no, this one was the bill. The debt ceiling one actually passed.
This isn't the tweet that I was thinking about, but this is in addition to it.
Members of both parties came together to ensure that the federal government doesn't default its past debts. Defaulting would be a catastrophe for our economy.
Catastrophe. Oh my.
So yeah, I fumbled with my words just like he does. And it's responsibility of governing to make sure we pay what we owe.
My God.
But
To make sure we pay off our debts, we're going to raise the debt
I was
ceiling
going to
so
say,
we
but
get
the bill is
more
paid,
debt.
but it's the infrastructure one that's already paid for. $1 trillion, a couple trillion. Well, I don't remember what the exact number on it was, but there's trillions of dollars that are already paid for.
We'll just print more money, and then that'll devalue the currency on top of that, right? That'll pay for everything. Oh wait, no, that actually
We won't read
that
this
doesn't work.
one. We'll leave that alone because there's a few choice words that are in there.
Oh, you mean those choice words that the elites of society can talk about, but we can't?
Right.
Thanks, Susan.
Here's the people that he actually awarded the Medal of Honor to. So this afternoon, I'll award the Medal of Honor, our nation's highest military honor, to 3 American soldiers. I'm honored to recognize the heroism of Sergeant First Class Elwyn C. Cash, Sergeant First Class Christopher A. Siles, and Master Sergeant Earl D. Plumley.
Boy, if they were all white, he's gonna get it. I mean, who, what, where?
Speaking of all white, before we go too far,
Joe Biden's face. I mean, what?
No, you see, I can't.
And hair,
I can't do it right
conveniently.
now. I have to wait. I have to think about that thought again before I say it.
Well, actually, Joe Biden's becoming a little more translucent these days than just white. But hey.
So, did you watch Nick today? You watched the trial?
Yeah, I watched some of it.
You watched some
Yeah.
of it. So you notice who the there was an expert that was up there or whatever that totally ran over the top of the other expert.
Oh yeah.
This expert, when they went through everything that he had done, as soon as basically it's like the state's expert come in with a 52-page summary and a 2-page resume. This guy come in with a 2-page summary and a 52-page resume. It was it was amazing what his resume looked like. Because they asked about it, they're like, "Well, what'd you do here? What'd you do there?" On his free time, he helped orphanages in third world countries. That's what he did on his free time.
So just like take every spare weekend and run down to Haiti and build a house? Like, dang.
He's seriously been to every single country
Talk about
possible.
Superman.
It was funny because the state come up and asked him a couple questions about it or whatever, and he's like, "So you've been to Asia?" And he kind of looked at him. He's like, "You mean Indonesia?" And he's like, "Well, the same thing." And he's like, "No, one's a country, and one's a continent."
Wait, so the prosecution said that?
The state come up and asked him that question.
Oh, that must have been beautiful. I must have missed that.
It was great. I'm like, oh my god, that's so freaking hilarious. He seriously says this to him, and I'm like, and I'm watching Nick on one show, and then I have my computer set because I had my TV set for watching Nick, and then my secondary computer, while this one was being stupid all day, I had his chat up or whatever. Well, and I'm like, I have to go look. So then I go and I look at I go and look at the left. There's somebody that's on the left that's actually producing the video as well. I'm not going to show his stuff because I don't care about him. I'm watching the text that's coming off of him, or the chat that's coming off of him or whatever, and they're all left or whatever, so they're all totally against this guy, and they're like, what the hell ever, he's just another guy, another white guy. What? Why does it always have to be that the experts are white and whatever, blah blah blah? And I'm like, I so badly wanted to comment, yeah, because you're gonna find another person that's actually got the same record as this guy of, you know, being everywhere, done everything, trained every single officer in the last 50 years. I mean, seriously, it's like he was super cop. He was the best expert for defense.
Drop
he
it.
the the state's expert, $95,000 bank that he can make. This guy's doing it for free for the defense, and it's like,
Ha ha.
he's doing it for free because he's just like, well, I've always done this kind of stuff for free because I don't see a reason to make money off of such a thing. So then they asked him about his retainer, and he's like, I'm not on retainer. And they're like, so you, what do you mean you're not on retainer? And he's like, I'm not being paid. It's not a retainer. I'm here out of my own free will. I was like, the left was going nuts off of all of this information, and they were just like, "Oh my god, you got to be kidding this guy! Oh my god, super cop!"
Yeah, it's like Grambo, you know.
It was the best. I'm like, this is if they could only call one person, it would be that guy. um, Back to Joe Biden.
Yeah. Anyways, back to
Anyway, let's go back to the other side of the realm of not knowing shit. The average number
Legit.
of Americans filing for unemployment over the last 4 weeks is now at the lowest level since 1969. Well,
No thanks to you.
to go against what you're saying is, I'm one of those fellers that was actually on unemployment, and my money's ran out, so I can no
Oh, wait a
longer
minute.
file for unemployment.
It says it's at its lowest that it's ever. Oh wait,
Yeah,
no, no, no. What the hell?
it's average number of Americans filing for unemployment over the last 4 weeks is now at its lowest level since 1969 because we're unable to actually file. There's no money in our accounts for us to actually ask for money. That's why it's at its lowest level since 1969. It's not because that you put so many people back to work. It's because the people that are still unable to work are unable to actually file for the unemployment. He's creating more and more poor people.
Yep. That there's not only that, but it's the the bills that they're passing in Congress, and constantly having payouts to everybody in the country, and not incentivizing anybody to actually go out and work. But then the other thing that's really big is certain jabs and certain other
Mm-hmm.
requirements of sorts that
Yep.
lots of people aren't taking very kindly to. And as a result of both of those things, mainly the latter, in my opinion, uh, crap's hitting the fan, and people are being let
Like I
off
said,
that wouldn't otherwise be let
my
off.
account's been at zero for the last 6 months or whatever, or 5 months. So I have no money in my account to draw. So even if I could,
Dang, so you don't have anything to give me?
there's nothing to even take.
Well, freak.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's not
What
that
am I
it's
going
at
to
its,
do now?
it's
No, I'm
not
just
that it's
kidding.
at its lowest unemployment ever, because, or since 1969, because of we're back to work. We're not back to work. We're just
We're
sitting
back
here
to
trying to
crap,
figure out other ways of making money because
or
they're
worse
not
things.
paying us. They want us to just go back to work. Well, I have to actually find another job. Well, I kind of told you my story. I'm taking care of a 2-year-old. My wife is working because she has the potential to actually make more money than I do, because she actually has a degree. So she's using her degree to make the money, and she's fine with it because I'm staying home with the child. She's like, that's awesome. You know, you're staying home with the child. Okay, cool. So, I mean, it is what it is. So it's not that, if I didn't have the child, I probably would be out and about, had a day job, whatever.
I'm to the point where it's just anybody asks me to put on a certain thing over my face for a reason, I'm like, bye, I'm done.
Yeah, exactly. That too. So then, they're passing bills, all these bills and stuff or whatever, and they did a child care one or whatever. So it's like, I could possibly take my child to a daycare and go get a job, but then I'm still paying that person to take care of my child because they're only going to cover. So it's basically me going and getting the job would be counterproductive, as my 2 year old can actually say the alphabet. How many 2 year olds do you know that go to a daycare actually can say their alphabet? How many 5 year olds do you
How
know
many
that can actually?
29-year-olds do you know that can know their alphabet anymore? God.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, nah, I'll just stay here and I'll take care of my
You think
child.
that Satan
And
worshipping
that's why I'm like,
dragon woman that we watched with
and
black
that's why we're doing
lipstick
what we're doing right
and
now.
blood red hair that's longer than the Mohican? Like, do
Right.
you think she knows her alphabet? I don't think she does.
But that's why we're here doing what we're doing right now, is because I'm like, well, I'm watching all these other people because I turned off my TV. There's no cable in my house, so it's like I watch YouTube, and when you watch YouTube, um, yeah, there's the left, there's also the right, and when you actually look around and you actually find people that you're actually like connecting more with, like Nick Ricada, Good Logic, and you're like, this is what I like to hear. This is the stuff that I want to, I'd rather, follow and be like.
I mean, I don't
And
even
that's why I'm
watch the
like,
TV.
I'll create a channel, and all at the same time we found you, so
Hey,
it's fun. I get to hold a conversation with somebody, and if somebody likes our conversations, likes to listen to us, and likes to hear about
could leave us a
the
like.
things that are going on, they can always follow me. You can go to my link tree at Cool Frog. It's KOOLFROGG, and you can actually, help me out. You can assist me. You can help me give presents to my child. I mean, you don't have to. I'm not telling you have to, because I'm just here having fun after I do my whole day's worth of work and he's actually sleeping.
But you
So,
still have to. No, I'm just kidding.
no, right. But, obviously I'm here for a reason. So, if you're out there and you're hearing me,
You
hit up
must
hit up
comply.
my link tree. I got several different ways that you can assist me, help me out. You can subscribe to my channel.
Maybe
You
if you say that you're going to
like
buy
hit the
85
like
boxes
button,
of
and
face
don't
coverings.
forget to ring the bell, all at the same time. You do all that stuff. It helps me out, and maybe one day Susan will pay me as opposed to you having to pay me. You know, that's a way to do it. Or you can, if you want to help this guy out, because obviously you're having the same issues, go to americashirtsaretfirst.com and help him out.
Yeah.
So I mean, we're here for a
Buy a cool
reason.
t-shirt.
We're here for a reason,
The
obviously.
most the most based
The most
t-shirts on the
based
planet.
t-shirts and
Allegedly, I'm just saying. I've read it on the website, I don't know, but that's what it says. It's the most based t-shirts on the planet, so that's what I'm going with.
So anyway, back to Joe Biden.
And his translucent
when
hair and
when I
skin.
took office, over 18 million were receiving unemployment benefits. Today, only 2 million are. So 16 million people have no money left in their account to actually draw off of. America's on the move again. Are we?
On the move towards to where exactly?
Yeah, where are we
Is what I'd
going?
like to know. Yeah, where exactly are we heading? That's what I. Great reset. Excuse me.
My message to the people affected by this weekend's storms is this: I intend to do whatever it takes, for as long as it takes, to support your state as you recover and rebuild. I had a frog in my throat.
Yeah, me too. Does it have something to do with your name? And it wasn't very cool either.
So, I mean, how is he going to help? He's not going to help these people. We recover and rebuild. Come on.
Put up a bunch of 5G towers and windmills. That'll make everything better. And then give them a bunch of lithium-ion batteries. Just leave them set everywhere. That'll be good. Maybe we'll put them in cars. I don't know.
He put quite a few things up in the last few days. Was this yesterday that you said this? That certain whatever was up? Because I'm all the way been to the 15th now.
Well, this was several days ago.
Okay.
Yeah, this was several days ago. This is probably...
There have been 74 confirmed fatalities in Kentucky, at least 14 confirmed dead in other states, and dozens are still missing.
Oh, God, that's probably going to be
those who
medical
have
misinformation
lost someone, there are no words in ease the pain of losing a loved one. Jill and I are keeping you in our prayers. Yeah, I'm sure she's got anybody in her prayers.
She's got herself.
I actually have a cousin that lives in northern Kentucky, and he lives with his wife or whatever on a nice piece of land. Apparently, they got whatever they got a nice piece of land. I've messaged them and they haven't messaged me back in the last few days. So, I mean, I don't know if they're affected by this or if it's that,
I didn't look
their
to
phones
see
are
where
affected
exactly
by it.
It hit over there in Kentucky.
It hit almost everywhere across the state. But if I'm not mistaken where they were, I don't believe they would have been in the path of any of the actual destruction. But then again, I usually talk to his wife more than I talk to my cousin or whatever, but she seriously hasn't messaged me back on any platform. What's that?
Is that an admission of some kind there?
No, it's that he's super busy. He's always working or whatever, doing different things. And I mean, she does have a job, but she's more of, he doesn't pay attention to the technology. He's a few years older than myself. And he's kind of, one of those that he has, like a Telegram account, but he doesn't use it, type thing or whatever. So but she does. And that's why I messaged her on her Telegram. I messaged her on, and on a few other platforms or whatever. The only one that we've normally been talking on was Facebook. And I closed my Facebook account on the first of the month because I'm like, after 13 years, I'm done with Facebook. I'm just done. I don't need it anymore.
Oh, wait, no. It's Meta. It's the Meta.
Oh, did they finally actually physically change the name?
No, they didn't. I'm just saying it's.
Oh, okay. I was waiting for them to actually physically change the name to Meta. I believe they have some. Did they buy out the computer company? Meta Computers?
I don't know.
You know who Ricky Berwick is, right?
Ricky Berwick?
Ricky Berwick?
No.
Oh, he's crippled. Has some. I don't know what the exact name of what it is, but he puts out like short, small clips. He has.
My God!
He has quite the following.
I've seen enough
hilarious.
Pictures.
It's hilarious. He's super funny. And he picks on himself, type thing or whatever. So he's just hilariously funny. He's very interesting to watch. And they're clips, like 30-second clips or whatever. So when you go click on it,
so it's not just some rando that other people are making fun of. Like he puts out stuff himself.
No, he puts out the stuff himself.
Okay.
He picks on himself.
Well, in that case,
he picks on other people. I mean, he's fun to fun to watch. Um, it all goes back to Nick Rekieta. Every time we talk about somebody else or whatever, it's just like that's where I initially started on YouTube with or whatever was Nick Rekieta. I'm like, watch Nick, and he goes and he holds a show or whatever. He talks about different people, and he tells you that hey, you should follow this person. I'm one of those people that'd be like, oh, okay, I'll go follow that person, see what they're like. And Ricky is just hilarious. I love him. He's fun to. His clips are fun to watch. Okay, back to this guy. I'm going to make sure that the federal government does what's needed to be done in Kentucky. So far, we've sent 61 generators, provided 144,000 liters of drinking water, and 74,000 meals, and thousands of cots and blankets.
How does he not get taken down for medical misinformation? I just don't understand.
Oh, because
What?
he's the POTUS, so as long as he's not sending out mean tweets, he's okay.
Yes.
Because mean tweets are just too much.
As long as you agree with Bill Gates, especially with this tweet here.
Choice
What?
words in there.
Who?
Yeah.
CEO of a certain company too,
What here? Is it yesterday? I met with 10 newly elected bipartisan mayors. So this guy with the red mask is on one side, this guy with the blue mask is on the other side.
I have no clue.
They're bipartisan, so
that most likely means that they're all of the same, together giant mega party.
I'm kind of scrolling through here. I'm trying to pass up some
Uniparty,
of
that's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah, right.
Oh God. There's Hussein.
Yeah, I don't care about that guy either.
I remember that there was like that's like a super fond memory of his
That
presidency.
huge
You can't say
800,000
Hussein.
Americans. Apparently, there was a church somewhere that actually rang their bell 800 times for the 800,000 Americans.
Oh,
we won't
my
listen to it. We won't listen to what she
God.
has to say because of what she's talking about.
Oh,
We
I
wanna
want some
get-
people to be arrested after that.
I mean, what's the president doing with this young lady?
Many things you may not know of. What? Who? There's people at CNN that, do things with little children, allegedly. See the new Project Veritas report on that, by the way?
Yeah, I did. So this Michael Reagan, the driving vehicles or whatever, says, why didn't you call me?
Because you can't drive. You can't walk. You can't keep the crap from going into your britches, allegedly.
I was trying to skip over some of it. I don't want to miss the one that you're looking for. It's time to build on the success we've had this year on jobs, wages, small business, and fixing challenges in our economy. We need to cut costs further for families. That's what my Build Back Better Act does. That was a fumble. He blubbered those three words out by accident, and they made it stick.
Build Back Better Act?
Build Back Better. He, Chua Shana Nana Pressure, whatever. He seriously said those three words, and he was supposed to say something else. and he screwed it up.
Was it end quote?
He screwed it up, and that's what he said, and that's what stuck. They're like, "Oh, just change it, make it. That's what it is." And the world is going around and saying, "Oh, yeah, that must be." 9 years ago today, we
Bye
lost
bye
20
guns.
precious
Bye
first
bye
graders and
happiness.
6 heroic educators. Oh, we won't really get into this one. There's some people that have gotten swiped from platforms for that.
Swiped from existence on the internet,
My Build Back Better Act would mean
mostly.
$7,400 in tax cuts and savings for a typical family of 4 with 2 kids.
Oh, really? How's that going to be a cutback when inflation's through the roof? But what the hell? We'll just,
Yeah, just let them tell them what they need to tell them, because I mean,
you give them $5,000 in their bank account and then the inflation goes up. How does that, where's the math go with that? I don't.
so the New York City FC won the MLS Cup. Really, your team has a reminder to always keep the faith, especially when folks count on you to write you off. I hope to see you soon. What a bunch of lies. Government will do anything it can to help those impacted by this weekend's storms. He really went off on the storms. Oh, I don't think it's him that's actually typing this stuff out. There'd be some weird words out there.
Yeah, yeah. I was about to say, what gave you that idea? I mean, you thought Kofefe was weird.
Yeah,
Holy
right.
crap.
Did you? I can't think of what the word is. Whatever. There's a funny clip of him saying a particular word over and over and over again. Like he doesn't know how to say some
My butt's been wet.
16-letter word. He always puts a D in it as opposed to putting a P in it or something. I don't remember what the exact. I'd have to find it to actually play it or whatever, because I was like, it's hilarious. The music world has lost an icon. The music of Vicente Fernandez created memories for millions. We send our condolences to the family and those who loved him. Yeah, rest in peace, Vicente.
I have no idea who that is.
Yeah, I don't really either, but we don't have to be mean to everybody. Lowering the cost of childcare, elder care, housing, healthcare, prescription drugs, and meeting the moment of climate change. That's what my Build Back Better Act does. Are you sure? Are you sure that's what it does? Are you positive that's what it does? Because
Oh, here's the
you
tweet.
promised millions of us that we would actually get $10,000 taken away from our student loan payments, and he went back on that, and we all have to start paying our loans back in February. I say we because I still owe on mine.
Oh, your loans from the
Student
government?
loans. Mm-hmm. Student loans.
Gee, when everybody always said to me, it was like, "Oh my golly, it's free money! Oh my god,
Yeah, no,
everything's free!"
no.
Well, yeah.
And you
Turns out a
tell me
loan is a
each time that
loan.
I make a payment or whatever, I mean, it doesn't matter how much I pay, no matter how hard I pay it, try to pay it or whatever.
And then inflation goes up and just makes
It
things more
just makes
expensive.
it so much harder, whatever. So it just keeps on accumulating, because my interest rate's higher than what I can pay.
That too, yeah. Here's
So
the tweet right there. There's the tweet.
this one here with the
Yes,
video.
that is the tweet.
Okay, the United States pays its debts when they are due. That's why today I signed a bill to fast track the process to raise our debt limit.
We pay our debts when they're due. That's why we raised the debt limit. Holy freaking crap. Oh my gosh. It's like, I mean, that's just like the best thing in the world.
Every
Like, holy
employee
crap.
right to collectively bargain, full stop. No, they don't. You go and you apply for a job. Yeah, you can bargain with them, but most of them are gonna laugh at you. They're gonna laugh at you and be like, "You don't get to bargain for that much money," because that's not how it works. They're gonna not get you know if you go and you apply for a job that says starting wages between 12 and 17, you're not getting the 17. You can get 12 because that's how it works.
No, the government doesn't have to bargain for anything. They just keep printing more freaking cash. That's why we signed the bill to raise the debt limit. Because we always pay our bills. We just raise the debt limit. Wait, doesn't that mean that you're going into debt even more? No.
No,
It's literally the exact two exact opposite ideas being presented in one tweet. That one I might believe Joe Biden wrote, but again, I don't know if he knows how to even operate an electronic device. Period. So, I mean, this is Joseph Robinette Biden we're talking about.
yeah, it is. Audio. This can't be real,
But it is.
but it is. What are they doing?
Are they spraying each thing they're putting in their car? He's what are they even spraying it with?
Are they gonna wash their hands when they're done?
It's probably like just straight bleach.
This
He
is
just dumped a bottle of Clorox.
this is Luke. Luke Gradowski of We Are Change.
Oh,
He went and posted this one. Is it Papers? Now,
papers,
even the
please.
5-year-old. Oh, I don't know if you can watch this one. Only certain 5-year-olds are allowed into indoor venues starting today.
Yeah, it'd probably make me want to punch someone in the face.
3 T-Mobile stores are targeted consecutively in one night in LA.
No surprise there.
So we went through this with you the other day or whatever. I told you that I was the last manager of my local Radio Shack in my hometown. There's a
Oh,
law.
by the way, we couldn't hear the audio on that.
Oh, really? Dang
Yeah.
it.
I was kind of waiting for it to come up because it was playing on everything else, but
It's just the helicopter guy was saying that there was there was multiple cell phones stolen from 3 different T-Mobile stores in the area or whatever. They were looking for a couple guys in a silver pickup truck. No, my point is, and I think I went through this with you the other day, is I was the last manager of my local Radio Shack in my hometown,
oh yeah.
and there's a logbook that's kept with all the IME numbers for all these devices. So they can go and they can try activating these devices and they can have fun trying. The only way that they're going to get anything out of any of it is if they can actually sell it to somebody else, because they're not going to be able to activate it. Even selling it to somebody else, that other person is going to have issues because of the way it is. How you activate the phone, you have to scan the barcode into the system, and then the system says, "Oh, okay, you have the phone that was in your logbook," and then you have to go and usually you go mark your logbook or whatever that says that you actually um, scan that through or whatever, so that way if something comes up with that particular phone, you know that it was already sold or not. And it's just
Yep.
I told you I was the manager. So the one of the funniest is I actually had a guy come in the store and he was actually looking to purchase a phone and talking to him or whatever, and he wanted to make payments, and I can't do anything for you, man. So he got mad and he he took and he ripped the phone off of the wall and he ran out the door with it. I just sat there and giggled. My employee was standing there or whatever, and he was like, "What was that?" And I kind of, as I'm laughing and explaining it, that's
Wow.
he's like, "Why would he do that?" Well, oh my god! I'm like, I know it's absolutely nothing that he can do with it. It was a dummy phone. There it didn't even have guts. So it was just the case that looked like that phone.
It's more of a prop phone than Alec
It's
Baldwin's
exactly what
prop
it
gun.
is.
What?
It's exactly what it is. It was a dummy phone. So it was like when you like was like laughing or whatever, and it was within an hour. The guy come back in the store and he threw it in the store and he took off. I'm like, thanks for bringing my phone back. He's freaking dumb. And, so, and he took it home like he was going to go activate it or something. Even if it wasn't a dummy phone, which it was, even if it wasn't, it has these numbers on it for a reason, for the activation. When you go and activate it off the computer or whatever, um, you go off of, if it's an Apple, you go off the Apple side. If it's whatever, you go um, off the other side of the. When you put this information in the computer, it actually produces the numbers over the internet and actually gives you the activation or whatever. So the second that somebody would take something or whatever, you just go mark it as stolen. You go into the computer and you push in the numbers or whatever of what was stolen, and you hit the button that says it was stolen. And the second that it's attempted to be activated, the GPS goes off. I mean, people are
Yeah.
freaking dumb. You can steal shit from anywhere you want, but do not go to a phone store. That's one of the dumbest things to do. You're not going to get anything out of it. You're going to get absolutely nothing. This is so the only thing you're going to get out of it is if you can potentially get somebody else that's more stupid than you were to purchase that from you, thinking that they're going to get something out of it.
Maybe it's a bunch of Trumpsters, and they went in their pickup truck, and they're going to sell them to the Russians. I think we figured this out. I think that's why they did it. That's probably.
Home
Remember, they said
tests.
pickup truck, and no one else
Over-the-counter
rides in
home
pickup truck.
tests for $23.99, huh? Oh, interesting. I think maybe they should 5-finger discount those.
They're not even worth that.
I start conversations about gender with my students. With a cringe face. Can you hear
The
that?
volume's really low.
See, I got that all the way up.
Can barely hear it when you're playing it.
I got my volume all the way up. I can't. Maybe I can give you a little bit more.
Yeah.
My child does not have permission to ask you about that. Because
Yeah, I don't know if anybody else
my
can hear that.
child,
Had to turn up the volume.
I can't. My volume's all the way up.
Is it low for you?
No.
Well, then it's something to do with the stream or whatever.
Damn it. We'll try it one more time and see. This one, share audio. Okay, we'll try that again.
So I posted a TikTok yesterday
There we
about
go.
how I start conversations about gender and sexuality with my students. I ended up privating it for unrelated reasons, but I got a lot of weird feedback where some people like, you shouldn't start these conversations. You shouldn't talk about this with your kids. Yeah,
They're
you should.
not your
Because
kids.
for these kids to know that a queer adult exists, to know that trans people exist and are normal, is life-changing to them. They need someone to start those conversations because they don't know they have the permission to ask me about. So I posted.
My
Yeah,
children
it is
don't
life-changing,
have
but
my
in what
children
way?
don't have permission to talk to you about any of that. You don't have permission to talk to my children that way. These are not your children. They're our children.
You mean she's not allowed to ask them pervy things and
No,
about all their pervy thoughts and everything,
absolutely
right?
not. And
Yeah.
there's a reason why I will not bring my 2-year-old to a daycare. Because of that whole reason. I don't need somebody pushing their ideologies onto my children. They're mine, not yours. Stop pushing your perverse self on other people's children. It's just wrong and disgusting. Speaking of wrong and disgusting, this one's going to brag about it.
Hi, here's some things my students have said / done since I came out and changed my teacher name. You have a new name? Well, yes, it's a name that makes me a lot happier, and that's why I changed it. I like your new name. I do too, but it's nice to know I have your approval. Mix? You mean like mixing you up like cookie dough? If that's gonna help you remember it, yeah, cookie dough works. Excuse me, Miss K, I need... It's...
Cookie dough? She needs to lay off the cookie dough. She needs to go for a walk, climb some stairs.
Mix K! I did not ask them to do that.
Oh,
You guys are...
where did you go? I guess we lost America Scherzer first. I don't know where he went. If he even knows that he went. Maybe he got abducted by aliens? Let's hope not. When he comes back, we'll continue with our story time. Or maybe we'll just continue talking without him. I mean, we are an hour and almost 15 minutes into the day. Again, she's not cookie dough.
fifth grade, so I feel like I can tell you this a little bit more. My new name is going to be Mix K, and I go by they and she pronouns. Yay! Woo! Yeah, Mr. is for boys.
all your fifth graders, kindergarten students. So she's taking care of there's a reason, like I said, I will not allow my children into the public school system, not with this kind of stuff going on. No way. Not at all. It's wrong.
All right.
Well, that's kind of disturbing. I'd like to talk to americashirtsourfirst.com. He has the most base shirts. He's a really good guy. You want to help him out, you can totally help him out. I'm going to remove the screen and we'll just kind of talk for a little bit, I guess. Talk about my personal day, how things are going, how things are working. Really had a rough day today. My main computer system or whatever crashed after today's major update. It lost a couple drivers or whatever. It was chirping at me and dinging at me and just wouldn't work. I'm still having issues with it, but I was able to actually get it to a stable point where I could actually hold the show for the night. I don't know. Like I said, I really didn't do too much research on anything for today. So, I mean, I hope America's Shirts comes back. Again, that's americashirtsourfirst.com. And you're back.
Yo.
Did you know that you left?
Yeah, because
Okay.
something went up with my internet.
Oh. Okay, so I was talking, I shilled you a couple times in there just because I'm like, well, I don't know if he's going to come back, and we'll just kind of shill for you real quick and then we'll move on.
Yeah, I didn't get enough people buying my shirts, so I just left. I'm just kidding.
So this thing here, talking to her elementary students.
Oh, did you pull it up? Because it's not on the stream.
Again.
Oh,
sorry, folks.
the Pillsbury dough thing.
Yeah, the cookie dough. Yeah, it's mixed cookie dough.
Hi, here's some things my students have said / done since I came out and changed my teacher name. You have a new name? Well, yes, it's a name that makes me a lot happier, and that's why I changed it.
She does look like a failed me character.
I do too, but it's nice to know I have your approval. Mix? You mean like mixing you up like cookie dough? If that's gonna help you remember it, yeah, cookie dough works.
Oh, lay off the cookie dough, like I had said the first time.
Yeah. That
when you
that
go
would
for
that
a
would
walk,
help.
take some stairs, and lay off my children.
Oh,
Excuse
that
me, Miss
too.
K, I need... It's Miss K! I did not ask them to do that. You guys are...
You literally just said you did ask them to do that. Changed your name, and you told them that you changed your name. You literally asked them to call you something else.
I mean, this is what children do. They're like, my name is Steve now. It's like, no, your name is Robert. Shut up. It's like, no, my name's Steve now. And just walk around and do like this is stuff that immature little children do whenever they don't know anything that's going on, and they just want to have fun or they just want to pretend or whatever. This is a freaking grown adult.
If a little boy come running down the hallway and he's like, I'm a red dragon, I'd be like, hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
But when you come at me and say you can call me mixed cookie dough,
and you're a grown ass woman,
and you're a grown woman,
allegedly,
calling yourself she or they? No.
Fifth grade, so I feel like I can tell you this a little bit more. My new name is going to be Mix K, and I go by they and she pronouns. Yay! Woo! Yeah.
Your fifth graders were cheering and screaming for you?
Yeah, I don't think so.
How many different grades does she teach? Because she's saying that these kindergarten students, and she's got second grade students, she's got fifth grade students that are all. Who allowed you to be a teacher?
Mr. is for boys and Mrs. for girls. Well, I go by Mix Love Bug. What does that make me? Yep, my work here is done. Hi, Mix K. Can I talk to you when you're free? Yeah, of course, Sunshine. What's up? I just wanted to tell you something. Yeah, of course, sweetheart. You can tell me anything. What is it?
By the way,
She
she claims to have spoken to a student about, like, wait, like, so Mrs. is for girls and Mr.'s for boys. And it's like, oh, wait, well, what does that make me? And then she's like, oh, yeah, my work here is done. It's like, she doesn't even explain herself at all to this kid. She just shames the kid and then walks away.
Right.
Like, that's not a teacher.
Right. So now she's talking to Sunshine, and Sunshine's
Not to say that there's anything to explain, but if there
now
was,
Sunshine's about to tell her.
for trusting me with this. Have you told anyone else?
she's just in it for herself, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. No, I agree with you.
Especially the first one to be trusted with this. This is your business. No one else has to know. I will not tell anyone, obviously, but it's not always easy. But just know that there is support out there. There are other people, and you will always have a support system in me. Okay? Okay.
Fast forward a few weeks.
Mix K, me and this person need to talk to you real quick, okay? Yeah, of course. I'm free right now. So, you can tell them. Go ahead. I think... Oh my gosh! Thank you so much for telling me. Yeah, I can't tell my parents. That is your business, no one else's. You have the right to decide who gets to know when, okay? Just know you will always have a safe space with me. Both of you. I told you.
I don't feel safe with this lady.
No.
I'm
First thing
I'm
she
a
goes to is, let me
40-plus-year-old
tell you
man,
my
and
sexual
I
desires.
don't feel comfortable with her. No way I'm going to allow my children to feel comfortable with that.
Oh my God, is that the swimming pool race thing?
Yeah, this one's
that the video?
swimming pool. This is just to show
Oh, freaking
how
Matt Wolf.
absurd this is. This swimmer, Leah, crushing all of the female competitors in 40 seconds. This is what that looks like in real time. It gives a minute and 16-second clip. So, I mean.
All right, here we go. This is a tape of Leah Thomas, born Will Thomas. And the lefties have just gone a little too far with this one. Will Thomas is 6'3" strapping young man, coursing with testosterone. And here he is in a girl's swimsuit, competing with the girls. And here he comes. Here he comes in lane 4. We can see him right here. Right, he's moving twice as fast as anybody else. And here's the final lap. And Will is done. And then one of these girls must be second, right? No. They have more to swim. How about this one here? Maybe this is second? No, she's got more to swim. How about these girls? Maybe these girls could be in second. No, we don't even see second.
And look,
yet.
no one's applauding when he is done.
And there's Will just sitting there waiting. Hasn't exited the pool. Oh, finally, hey, I think this might be it. This could be a second place finisher. Now let's listen to the crowd. The crowd knows the real winner. There you go.
Yeah, see there. Yeah. Yeah, they cheer when the actual girl wins the girls' swimming race.
That's just disturbing. And they think this is okay. It's normal. I mean, you might as well just abolish all gendered sports and just call it sports.
Yeah.
And the best of the best all get to compete with each other. So that way, this strapping young lady still comes in last place. You know, it just, the whole thing is just ridiculous and absurd. What's this? 2 major real estate search engines nix crime data in racial equity push.
Oh my
Realtor.com
gosh.
has removed crime data from its website, and Redfin has decided not to add it out of concern that it could perpetuate racial inequity. Well, you know, crime doesn't just come off of one side or the other. Crime comes from poverty.
And poor family structure.
Right, poverty in the absence of a nuclear family, which increases the poverty level because there's no longer at least one person going out and working, or 2 people going out and working. It's one that's struggling going out to work, dropping generally her child off at a daycare center. That's the reason why we have all these bills that are being passed or whatever to help pay for the child care, because those types of families that are no longer the nuclear family don't have the way of making the money to pay for the daycare and the house payment, rent payment, food, and everything else, which all at the same time. We've already gone through this several times of the worthlessness of a dollar.
Yeah. Especially now. What is it? 28% from what was counted over the summer, towards the end of the summer, and
I
it's still going. Pretty sure.
think that's something like that.
Oh my God. I thought that the worst thing that I've ever
She's so
seen
happy
is those
that she
stupid
doesn't have
shields they
something
pull
over.
over their face.
She's so happy that she doesn't have to put something over her face.
I was going to ask if this was
There,
real,
I
but
don't
yeah, it's
think
totally
there
real.
is volume. Look at the.
Oh my God.
He looks so happy with this thing
That
over
is the
his head.
face of ecstasy right there.
He's constipation, maybe. Really don't think there's volume to some random.
I think you're breaking up. Something up with your mic? You muted?
Showing a black screen over there. Okay, there it is. You see,
Okay, now you're back.
No, that's what I was going to
Everything
say.
froze.
Yeah, I've been glitching out temporarily here and there, whatever.
Oh no, the internet. My internet outage, it's spread. Oh no.
But you notice how tipped back their heads are, because they can't put their head forward to.
Yeah. Yeah.
'Cause
Hi, my name is Boom. And then they go, ow, and then but they can't touch their nose, even though their nose hurt, and it's like it's bleeding. It's like, it's fine, it's fine. I'll just get a tissue, and oh crap, I gotta like reach in the top of my cylinder and my freaking
So
silo.
now this is gonna be very upsetting and disturbing if we have this issue of, because like you said, there was a black screen or whatever, like the internet went out. I looked down at the YouTube side of it, and it says that my chat was disconnected, and then it says it's successfully connected again. I I hope that this episode is actually decent and not a bunch of chopped up crap.
I think it'll be okay.
I hope so.
God, can you imagine if someone like that got into a fight and it was like they just got punched? I mean, it would be over. They'd be like on the ground. It's like they just can't do anything. You're just flopping around.
We see the aftermath of car break-ins all too often. Windows smashed, glass shattered. But now some people are getting so fed up, they're leaving their trunks open, hoping that'll at least spare them the hefty bill to get it fixed. Call it the price of parking in the Bay Area, bracing for a break-in.
Everything is broken.
People here at least try to be persuasive, writing, please use the door, or just flat out beg, please don't break the glass, nothing inside. Yet it still happens, sadly, even while you're driving, just waiting for the light to turn green. This smash and grab happened 2 weeks ago in Japantown. But now it's come to this, trunks left open in broad daylight in Oakland. A witness writing, imagine having to clean out your car and leaving it open, just so people won't break your windows.
It doesn't really surprise me.
Oakland's Deputy Interim Police Chief Drennan Lindsay says it's the first she's heard of it, but it's happening in San Francisco too.
Wow, we're in different times. It's unbelievable.
Former SFPD Deputy Chief Garrett Tom says in his close to 40 years on the force, he's never seen people resort to this, calling it an invitation or a disaster.
You can steal your batteries. You could go into your glove compartment, find out where you live.
I noticed the windows aren't all the way down, so it still presents the risk.
Yeah, I mean, if they leave their trunk open, some cars, depending on what kind of car you have, you still can get inside to the interior.
The San Francisco Police Department has reported a 32% increase in car break-ins, paired with a 25% increase in auto burglaries. Same story in Oakland. So far this year, OPD is reporting a 27% increase in both crimes.
We see the
So I mean, they're just just leave your car open. Don't close everything up because it just costs you even more.
It's like a walkthrough instead of a drive-through. It's a walkthrough. You just walk through the car. It's like, okay, let's walk through the next one.
If you want my car, here you go. You might as well just leave the keys in the ignition.
I mean, legit.
And just have a bunch of cars out. Everybody just leaves the keys in the ignition. You can take whatever car you would like and drive around.
You get a car, and you get a car, and you get a car.
That's pretty much what it comes down to. Is they could totally just do that. Is just leave your keys in your ignition, and you can take and drive around any car that you really want. So it's like you're driving down the road and you're jalopy, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, look, there's a Ferrari. Go pull over, get out of your jalopy, jump in the Ferrari, and go for a cruise.
Yeah.
All of a sudden you're like, oh, I'm out of gas. Go pull up into the gas station, park the car, jump in a different car. Somebody will eventually come up to that Ferrari and put gas in it and take off and go for a ride. That's basically what they should just do now. If that's what they're allowing to happen.
Yeah, it's like Ferris Bueller's Day Off. You just hand the keys over, and then they take the Ferrari.
Board member response to parents. I hadn't hit the play button. I was reading what it said first. Board member response to parents' concern over graphic books.
I know that I have seen a lot of things on the news that there's this book in a library, there's this book in a library, there's this book in a library. I think that it is in part the responsibility of the parent to have these discussions with your kids, to be aware of what they're reading. If the book is offensive, then bring it to us for censoring. But, I look back in history and Hitler and burning books.
That's all it was that.
Wow.
But, yeah.
A school board member actually, did I read that today? He shoved a dad because the dad was pissed off about, this kind of thing. and he like I don't know where it was. I think was it after the school board meeting or something. I don't know. But like the dad was like all pissed off, and the school board member just up and shoved him. And then the dad came and punched him in the face. And I was like, that was well deserved.
I want the world to go back to the 80s. The 80s were the best.
I want this guy's lights to get knocked out. Oh, what? Who? Break his glasses. There you go. There you go.
Pretty sure this is the background music.
Oh my god.
I'm like
1.1 million.
I'm like, I can't play it. It has music. I don't want to get struck for the music, but I don't
Oh, it
think
does
it's
have music?
Poor hubby. Poor hubby.
Oh, it's just her. Oh my god. She's literally and sometimes she can't even pick up the line. She just goes, like just stammering.
He knows how to sell right there. Okay.
Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah, exactly.
So she's still got a sense of humor. Right?
God. How long does this go? Holy crap, we're halfway.
That was another minute.
Holy crap,
Oh
it feels
my
like it was
God.
like 85 minutes. Damn.
I can't watch the rest of that song.
Oh my god.
That's just, oh my lord. No. Melissa Tate's account suspended. I don't know who that really is, the right Melissa. So, I mean, was I, I think I was actually one of those 493.3 thousand followers, if I'm not mistaken, that I had to look at the right Melissa. I think I was. There's an awful lot of them, conservatives, that got knocked for posting even randomness.
Oh, she's like a black
This lady
conservative
again?
writer or something. Or just commentator, I guess. Oh no.
I'm Queen City Feminist, and I'm standing in front of Compass Care, which is nestled on Eggert Road in Williamsville. And this is a crisis pregnancy center. This place lies to vulnerable pregnant people and gives them misinformation about abortion and uses stigma and shame in a very discreet kind of way to make people keep pregnancies that they did not intend to keep. Today, this
Yeah, because she wants the children for her satanic temple. That's it. Allegedly.
But
allegedly.
They're all people.
Supreme Court is hearing Dobbs versus Jackson Women's Health Organization. And let me tell you, fuck the Supreme Court. We are going to have abortions with or without their consent. And abortion pills are the way of the future. We don't need crisis pregnancy centers. We don't need anybody but abortion pills and online services to mail us these pills, and we can have our reproductive justice freedoms in our own hands and do it ourselves. So, fuck this place, fuck the Supreme Court, and abortion pills forever.
I mean, how do you think she dyes her hair
Somebody
that color?
should have taken an abortion pill before she was born.
Oh my.
I mean, that's basically how I feel right now. It's just like, well, what, somebody should have swallowed you. Because, I mean,
Oh dear.
who's doing what with this person that she has to worry about abortion pills anyway?
Yeah, exactly. She doesn't have to worry about anything. Trust me. Trust your own instincts, as you just said, right? Like there's not, there's,
It's
she doesn't have
just
anything to be concerned about.
mind blown. What's
She's
this?
probably a lesbo anyway. What?
You know it's bad when schools have to put out statements clarifying that they aren't putting litter boxes in classrooms for students who identify as cats.
What the hell?
A message from the director of the PSB. For several months now, the public schools branch has fielded calls, been sent emails, and been pointed to numerous social media posts that make broad sweeping assertions regarding students who identify as cats. Many of these assertions claim that schools have or are in the process of having litter boxes
Oh
placed
my
in
god.
schools. The claim is, as well as many others, are simply false and are causing unnecessary stress to students and staff. The public schools branch supports all students in their personal expressions. However, such conjuncture is not helpful and contravenes our safe and caring learning environment policy.
Oh my.
Concerns related to students' matters should be addressed at the school level.
Uh-oh.
Norbert Carpenter, Director of Public Schools Branch.
That sigh, that sigh just said it all right there.
Exactly. Do I need to say more? No, just move on. You're not a cat. Just like I said, I mean, if it's a little girl and she's like, I'm a kitty, and she's not being serious, she's being cute, whatever. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that doesn't mean you tell her to go to the bathroom in a litter box.
No, right, exactly. You don't have the right to tell my children, oh, okay, you're a kitty, here you go, here's your litter box. No.
They get fed cat food in the cafeteria too, I wonder? It'd
Well,
probably be cheaper.
They already do, don't they?
Oh, well.
I don't know this. I'm just
The equivalent.
I'm not a doctor, I'm not a lawyer, and I'm not a teacher either. But at the same time, I know the difference between a bathroom and a litter box. And I know that my children would not be able to survive off of eating cat food.
I mean, your
It's
cat
disgusting.
does. No, it's just
I don't have a cat, thank God.
I mean, the general you were.
No, I got you.
Oh, okay.
I believe this because it happened a few times already. We are so effed. This thing was student going.
Oh, it's the litter box thing?
This thing with student going identity is going too far. There's a private school near me that is being sued by a set of parents because the school won't put a litter box in the child's classroom. No, there's not an actual cat in the class pet as a class pet. So why a litter box? And why are parents suing? It is because the child identifies as a cat. This is a slippery slope. My opinion, I hope they are laughed out of the court. Cats are not allowed in schools, so maybe their child cat should not be in the school.
Oh my god. Well, I mean, you were talking earlier, like what if a kid identifies as a dragon? Where does he go to the bathroom? Just go outside? Like what?
Go outside. I built a cave for you. I mean, I guess I don't know where dragons live. I always just assume they're in a cave. The cavern.
In their parents' basement.
Because the guy with the sword that slays the dragon, he goes to
in a trailer park.
He goes to the cave, goes down inside the cavern, slays the dragon, and comes back with the dragon head.
Sic semper tyrannis.
Why are so many Gen
Oh my
Z
God.
kids becoming
This
furries?
is crap.
Seriously, I have a 12-year-old daughter. If she seriously come into my house looking like a furry, mm-mm, her mom's gonna have some questions. I say this because my children are 10 years apart each, and they're by different women. So I mean, we all have our own things that we do that aren't always the normal. Because like I said, I'm in my third wife. So
Kamala Harris laughs like a dying hyena, and Joe Biden craps his pants. I mean, we all have our thing.
but my 12-year-old
Nancy
daughter comes
Pelosi
into the
drinks till
house.
she
There's
doesn't
going
know
to
where
be
the hell
some
she's at.
questions, and there's going to be some conversation that's going to be had, and there's going to be some conversation that's going to be had with her mother. I mean, her mom's a hypochondriac, so I'm assuming that my 12-year-old has already got her jab, which gives me no children in the future. Thank you. No,
Well, you
no
can really thank
grandchildren.
Bill
No
Gates,
grandchildren.
allegedly.
Well, I mean, it's allegedly, right? I mean, I really don't know. I'm not a doctor. I'm just guessing
Allegedly.
from the information that I've read and come across. It kind of seems that could be a possibility.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
you always have to specify everything, stipulate everything with allegedly.
This school had to deal with furries as well. Notice how nowhere do they deny that they indeed students identifying as cats. I'm
Oh
not.
my gosh. Oh my gosh, this video.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
I can't play it.
Oh really?
No.
Oh wait, that's right, because he goes over.
He actually plays an actual song.
Oh, like a cover of the.
He plays a cover of something, whatever, and then he
go
sings
watch
about
this then, people. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
This is
absolutely. So libs of TikTok, and this is the director of the NIH, Dr. Francis Collins. You could probably go to Google and Google this guy, and you could actually come up with this clip.
I mean, he
Probably
might as
fairly
well have
quick
looked
and
at an
easy.
article. Oh, what'd you say? Sorry.
No, it's fine. You keep going.
I mean, he might as well have looked at an article from like the freaking Babylon Bee and was like, you know what? That's a great idea. Why don't I make that a real life thing? And everyone will love me for it. And he just doesn't. He sings the song. He sings the song. It's the most
Book recommendations
crappy thing.
for sex workers, because that's a legit job. Where's My Dad? Legit book. So at least the children are asking.
And of course, it's a black family because
Where's my
you
dad?
you gotta degrade black families even more.
Well, I'm a white man, and like I said, I'm on my third wife, and I'm sure my daughter had asked her mother at one point in time in her life, "Where's my dad?" Because I mean, I was a leftist. I was a super bad leftist, and I actually, I ran around on her the whole time. The whole 10 years that we were actually together before she actually went and did what she did to make sure that we had a child. I don't deny the child. I pay my child support when I can. But I'm sure she asked her mom, "Where's my dad?" Now she's old. She. I was finally allowed around her. So I mean, we do have some relationship with each other, whatever. Me and my daughter. She knows who I am. She knows who her dad is. So I mean, it's a good question though. Where's my dad? But why did they have to? They could have made one of them mixed. At least they didn't dress them up like furries.
Oh my god. Well, like I said, they can't help themselves but degrade the black community. They're their experimental subjects for everything. And then they bring it to everybody else afterwards.
So what's this
At
all
least
say
it's so
here?
it seems, allegedly.
Affordable health care for all, BLM, love is love, disability rights.
And you're a freak.
Climate change is real. Is it though?
Oh, that hair, I don't
It
know. That
might
hair
be.
looks real.
I'm not quite. Oh, all genders are valid and feminist.
Well, the size of him, he's probably got some man boobs on him too. So, he's halfway there,
Trans women are women.
Oh,
Trans
eat the
men
rich.
are men. Science is real and Black Lives Matter. Love is love. No human is illegal. Women's rights are human rights. And women owe no one their femininity.
And then the spinning sign.
Biological sex
on
and
the
gender
left-hand
identity
side.
are two completely different things. Who I am.
Okay, hold on a second. Go back a few seconds here. I gotta hear that again.
Who I am, my womanhood, everything in between, is not up for debate. I am agnostic, so that means I don't know what I believe in. I definitely am not religious. Trans women are.
Maybe you
You're
should
agnostic about yourself. How about that?
Maybe you should be a little bit religious and actually go and find something.
That beard
I'm not
looks a
saying he
little-
has to be Catholic or Christian or he can do. I'm sorry, she can do whatever she likes.
Oh my God!
But she needs to shave.
Yeah, that beard doesn't look very agnostic to me as far as the gender is concerned. that's not up for debate as well. That's not up for debate either.
Some kind of resignation off that last one. Oh, this one's got some choice words in it. Yeah. That's too bad. She was coached. The daughter was coached on the identity at California schools.
Oh yeah, they freaking do this in
So
in
it's not
certain
that not that these children are all just coming out and saying, "Well, this is what I am. This is how I feel. So call me this." They're being told.
Oh yeah, they're being told. They're being manipulated. They get told to go to like the freaking counselor, the guidance counselor, or whatever at a school, or like if there's a psychiatrist at the school or whatever, and then they go there, and then that person will tell them X, Y, and Z, and then then they have to go to someone else, or they go home to their parents, but they're not allowed to say anything. I mean, this crap happens. I don't know if it's everywhere, but I mean, I will tell you this: even in normal psychiatrist offices, this kind of crap goes on, where it's like, I mean, I knew of people myself who went to a psychiatrist when they were younger, and they went there and they were like, oh my God, like I'm having all of these freaking issues, like holy crap, and I keep having these weird thoughts and everything, and I'm having all kinds of issues, I'm depressed and I'm this and I'm that. And eventually it was like one of them was talking about how they felt suicidal, and the response from the psychiatrist is to say that, well, you must be gay, or you must be a lesbian, or you must be a like whatever. And it's like, what now? And they just become their guinea pigs, their social experimental subjects. And there you go.
That's so disturbing.
It is. It's very disturbing. And these are young people. These are kids. These are teenagers.
This young lady, she needs to be brought down to the principal's office. We watched this one. She's.
Oh yeah, this.
You can see the nervous standing there.
The difference between me and this kitchen here is I'm not afraid of my kitchen.
I don't care. Not good rule. Go away. Go away.
Who you raising your hand at?
Go away.
Who you raising your hand
Go
at?
away.
Raise your hand at me one more fucking time.
I mean, I grew up in the age of respecting our elders. If you
Or your
walked up,
elders would bitch slap you. What?
right when you walked up to somebody like that or whatever, and you said anything even remotely close to that, it was go to the principal's office. You, you know, I mean, her broken English even. I mean, you can tell that there's this shit needs to stop.
I will say though, normal liberals and normal lefty freaks, they just naturally have broken English, even if they're not foreign. Like, it's just a natural occurrence for them.
Well, this is in Minnesota. This is in my neck of the woods or whatever. Because usually, these Instacart drivers or whatever, they're usually in larger metro areas that they're doing this or whatever. You usually don't see too many of them that are out in the middle of nowhere, whatever, because of the distance or whatever is not. Just saying, it's usually what it is. But so they run over the groceries after they drop them off because of the pro police sign. They had a thin blue line or something or other. That's, you don't get paid when you do this.
No.
You lose your funding. The fun one is we're actually registered to actually be Instacart drivers or whatever, but because of the way it works and how how it actually works, we haven't actually used it yet. Because it's like, well, I gotta sit at the store and wait for somebody to order something, and then I can push the button saying that I'm gonna go and take care of their thing for them or whatever. So I mean, if you really want to go and sit in your car for a few hours and wait for somebody to finally, purchase something, and then maybe get lucky enough to push the button before the other person that's also doing the same thing pushes their button that says that they're going to do the job, so it's like you could totally get screwed.
Yeah, everybody gets their buttons pushed.
Oh, and it's they.
Oh my gosh.
They actually added to another. There's a line there, so it's actually replied to it. Of course, she, he, they looks like this.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
So I mean, then you ran over their Cub food order. Rude. You don't get paid. You seriously don't get paid. This guy.
Oh my gosh, this one.
So we're going on our 2 hours. We'll watch this one and we'll kind of wrap it up, I think, and hold our own conversation.
Dang.
So this guy, 1, 2, 3, 4 bottles, zips up his bag.
Record me. Hey, I'm Bryce Beckle. Help me save my money.
At a Target in Hollywood. Walks out, takes a bottle, and sets it down and walks away. Now, what was, I mean...
Oh my gosh. Casual shoplifting.
That's a nice sweater that he's got there.
I mean, he'd be perfect inside of one of those, Santa movies where Santa's like the weird, shaggy drunk, the Santa hat and all. Like, that's perfect. I mean, he's right there in Hollywood, like, just walk over. Be like, hey, we'll get a real deadbeat drunk this time. Diversity. Inclusion. Representación.
I just, oh. Anyway, there's our 2 hours. Again, this is Stick with Cool Frog. I am Cool Frog. You can help me by going to my Linktree / Cool Frog. That's KOOLFROGG.
Frog.
It's a cool frog. You can go to that link tree. There's links for my Twitter. There's links for whatever PayPal's and everything else, anything that you can possibly think of. I have a link to almost everywhere under this name. Go ahead, check me out. If you're interested in liking what we're doing, go ahead and throw us a chat in the text, or just help us any way that you possibly can.
Yeah, go sign up for his locals.
Right, I have a locals. There's a couple things that I put in my locals. Each one of these videos that we've produced this week so far, or whatever, we've actually put out. I had an issue getting today's Odyssey up from last night or whatever. I will try again. Maybe I'll get this one and that one up at the same time. It is tied to my Rumble, so it automatically gets pushed there as well. For whatever reason, though it happened last night, the night before, which is only on Odyssey, I believe I only put it on Odyssey. Did I push? I think I only pushed it to Odyssey. Maybe I did push it to the Rumble. Either way, they because of the non-paid service for each one of these, for like the StreamYards or whatever, because I currently have no money to actually pay for any of this stuff. I have to do it as free and as easy as possible. And that's why AmericasShirtsAreFirst.com is here with me, because he's also in the same state, or not in this, physical state, but in, the same state as I am. He needs to make some money. And that's why
I'm telling you, if you invested my shirts, they'll be worth more than gold. I'm telling you. That's what I was told anyway. I'm not exactly sure. I'm not a doctor, so I don't know.
Shirts. It's a good website. I mean, I suppose I could pull up the website for you if you wanted. You got it up?
Oh, I don't have it pulled up now. I mean, you don't have to pull it up,
It's, right. Okay. You can still show it out if you'd like.
Okay, well, it is AmericasShirtsAreFirst.com. That is AmericasShirtsAreFirst.com, the most based t-shirts on the planet. You can go there, you can get the new how to possibly, may not possibly, but could possibly treat Coof t-shirt. It's a little less than that, but you have to get around the YouTubes.
Right.
So if you go there to AmericasShirtsAreFirst.com, it's the first thing you see there. That's advertised. And grab you one. I'm wearing it right now, as I normally wear my shirts, and they are fantastic. 100% cotton.
There you go.
They feel great, and they look great, and they send a message.
You can see their actual cotton shirts.
Be a billboard of health everywhere you go.
Eventually, I'll get one. I'll get something from you eventually. As soon as everybody helps me and helps you, I'll help you as well.
Yeah. Help him, so then he helps me. So then he puts all of his money over in my shirts.
I mean,
and then that way, eventually, all the money just goes to me anyway. So hey, no, I'm just kidding.
Right. Chill it, man. Chill it. Tell him the way it is.
Oh, and there's the great and mighty and powerful Bill Gates.
Right, there he is.
Yeah, there he is, Bill Gates.
Some nice shirts. He's got some advertisement out there. And he's got some more coming. He's working on stuff, so he's actually doing his side of the thing. He just needs you to do your side.
There you go.
There's they're made in the USA as much as they possibly can be. So
Yep, everything that can be is. So.
I have like this America shirts.
I came up with that gift. I thought that was great.
It's a good one. It's a good one. Anyway,
Anywho.
again, stick with Cool Frog. Come back. We'll probably be here again tomorrow night.
Probably.
Y'all have a good night. Later.
See you, peeps.